Okay. Wait till some people come in. Wait till some people come in. Love, Karma. What's going on, Queen? Man, listen here, man. Share this video. Share the video. I really wanna share the platform with somebody. I really want to share the platform with somebody because I really what I'm attempting to do is really make sense out of this. That's what I'm really attempting to do. I really want to make sense out of this. Because me and my partner, I ain't gonna say his name. Me and my partner, what's going on, Queen? What's up? Hey, I got your juice, so you know, whenever you want to link, because you know I'm off today. So whenever you want to link, please let's link so I can get that to you. So the quicker you get it, the quicker you can drink. Okay, so I'm trying to make sense out of this. I want to make sense out of this because I really just can't. So Jay-Z partnered up with the NFL on music, pretty much. Let's just say music. Let's just use one term because that's basically what it is. Music and social justice, okay? And I've been really having a hard time trying to figure out how do social justice or social injustice, like what does that do for black people outside of the NFL? I just really can't make sense out of that. Now, if you're talking about the social justice system inside the NFL, which when you look up the term is pretty much discrimination against someone, okay? First of all, the players are exercising their right, okay? The First Amendment right. They're exercising that, so it shouldn't even be a discrimination in the first place, but we know how these crackers are, all right? They don't like that shit, okay? Because they already look at it as, oh, it's a privilege for us to be over here in America, so we should just shut the fuck up and just do what they say, okay? They already look at it from that point of view anyways. So the other thing is this. When you look at when you think about it, Kaepernick was the only one blackballed. He was the only one blackballed. Or like Roland Martin say, he was whiteballed. He was the only one that's kind of whiteballed out of the league, right? Why? Because he hold the highest position on the field, which is the quarterback, okay? When you look at all other 32 of the teams or 31 of the teams, majority of the quarterbacks are white, okay? Majority of the quarterbacks are white. I want to say like, what, 85, 90% of them are white? Okay, so Colin Kaepernick being the captain of the team, all right, which is the quarterback position, they had to get his ass up out of there because he run the show. He's the captain of the ship. So that's the reason why all the other players who got different positions, think about it. Why they ain't kick them out? Eric Reed was right next to him. Eric Reed kneeled with him side by side. And his contract was up, and guess what happened? He went and got signed by the Carolina Panthers, and he just got paid for the lawsuit that they put out on the NFL on behalf of Colin Kaepernick. So he still has a job. Why Colin Kaepernick was the only one without a job? All right? So another thing is this. These issues are going on in our societies. They're going on in neighborhoods where we are mostly populated, okay? Where black people are mostly populated. So I don't see how Jay-Z coming into the NFL and signing the contract with the NFL on social justice, I don't see how that would transition into our streets, our neighborhoods. I just really don't see how that would happen. So what's really all the hype behind this? Okay? Now, let's take it somewhere else. Let's deal with the simple fact that when you're talking about the NFL and what has been happening, I don't know if people have been paying attention, but a lot of these owners, they've been going crazy. They've been losing the little health that they do have because the rates has been dropping. Okay, people been protesting, black people been protesting all over the world, and the rates have been dropping because a lot of people don't like that shit. They see the racism in that. So they've been going crazy and trying to figure out how they can fix this problem. The only thing they had to fix is giving Colin Kaepernick a fucking job. But none of them won't do that. They won't even call the man. They won't reach out to the man. So now you got the NFL. Now you got the NFL go after Jay-Z, all right? Or Jay-Z go after NFL, however it went down. And they partnership with each other, okay? He partnership with the NFL. And now you got them talking about, well, Jay-Z say, well, it's on Colin Kaepernick. If he won his job, you know, He got to do what he got to do, basically saying that. You feel what I'm saying? And then he lied, talking about he reached out to the man before the agreement with them. No, his girlfriend, Colin Kaepernick's girlfriend, came clearly and said, no, that was a bold-faced lie. So my whole thing is this. Let me pause, because I got to really go in on this shit. So my whole thing is this. Jay-Z comes in and do this deal with them, okay? Colin Kaepernick is without a job. Why come inside with the man? Why come inside with the man, bro? Okay, why come inside with the white man that kid the person that you so-called stood behind, you feel me, in his defense of what was taking place? Why side with him? Why side with them? Okay? Why side with them? So Jay-Z, he should have just stayed out of it. He should have just stayed out of the whole concept of the social justice. He should have stayed out of it. Okay? Because if he would have stayed out of it and he just would have came in on the music business part of it, the music aspect part of it, he wouldn't be taking all this heat. So when Charlamagne asked him the question, bro, he asked the question with a question. He asked the question with a question, and then he said, we're past kneeling. Bro, what you just did was this. These crackers seen the hit that they were taking. All this stuff is written. Like, they take stats of all this stuff, the ratings. They take stats of the individual, the ethnic groups of people. They take stats of all this. So they know exactly who watching and who is not watching. So it was hurting them. And y'all got to understand, when you look at that dollar bill says, in God we trust. So that is their God. Money is their God. You got to understand this. Money is their God. So anytime you disrupt the flow of money, okay, they spook up. They don't know what to do because that's their religion. That's their God. That's the highest thing they hold in regards to something being sacred, okay? So when you start disrupting their money, you don't come in, bro, and help them. Because that's basically what Jay-Z just did. Jay-Z come in, he do a deal with them. Now that bring black entertainers in. Now, when you think about the entertainers, you think about people like Rihanna, who under Rock Nation. You think about all these artists that's under Rock Nation. They got a huge following. So you know what they gonna do? They gonna follow their goddamn artists. They gonna follow their artists because they're big fans, diehard fans. So that's gonna bring the ratings back up. And that's gonna put money back into their pockets. So how does this benefit black people? If the very thing we was doing hurted them, hurted their God, which is money. You see where it's going? So Jay-Z doing a deal with them, he actually helped them put money back into their pockets. He actually helped them put money back into their pockets. And then not only that, let's take it further. What he did, he helped them crackers change the narrative of what the whole point was. Yo, I am kneeling, okay, for the social injustice. I am kneeling for all the killing and things of that nature that's going on in the world. And we are sitting up here praising his flag. And he knew that shit was not right. Okay? So he disrupted a movement. He was, bruh, if it can go a little further, he might just cripple it. He might just damage it. And them crackers ain't like that. Point of case, when you seen what Jay-Z say, I think we're past kneeling. Roger Goodell looked at Jay-Z with the biggest smile he ever can have. He smiled. He was like, oh my God, thank you. The savior, you just came and saved the day. Now Jay-Z is supposed to be the face of black people. He's supposed to be the mediator or the talker or the leaders for the black people. That's crazy, bro. When he said that shit, you should have seen. I know y'all seen it. When he said it, Roger Goodell looked at him with the biggest smile, the biggest sense of relief that he ever got. Because these crackers been trying to figure out a way to change the narrative and take the pressure off of them because they constantly ask questions about Kaepernick and they can't give a real reliable answer. They can't give a good answer. So Jay-Z come in, he sit down with them. Charlamagne asks him the question and he sit up there and buck dance around the whole goddamn question and give the dumbest response I ever heard of a so-called leader. And he asked the question while being asked the question. He asked him the question while being asked the question. And he didn't give you a good answer. Okay? Roger Goodell was lit. Like, he was lit. When he heard that shit, that was it. So now they saying, okay, well, let's move past the kneeling. We passed the kneeling. So what do we do next? Y'all don't understand, bro. This is history repeating itself. Master P said it. Master P say, shit, fuck that. Let's go ahead and join together, put our money together, and start our own league. So I'm not protesting against them. I'm just saying that, look, when you make a bold move like that, you better know what the fuck you doing. And when you insert things and sign off on things that's dealing with social justice and stuff like that, bro, black people are really going to be looking for somebody to come in and make a change. If you do a couple of things in the NFL, whoop-de-doo. But at the end of the day, like I stated earlier, the only person I seen that was really backball or white ball out of the league was Colin Kaepernick. All these other players, the couple of other players that's kneeling, these niggas still got jobs, they still getting contracts. So who's really being discriminated against inside the NFL? Nobody. Tell me somebody that you see that's being discriminated against in the NFL. So how does the NFL and Jay-Z coming in on social justice and music, how does that transition to the societies where black people are mostly populated at and that's being discriminated and taken to jail and racially profiled, etc. every day as we speak? How does that help? The NFL has nothing to do with that. That's a government issue. They don't give a damn about that. So I don't see where, like, I don't really see where this is going. And then they say, oh, well, give them a chance. A chance to do what? Bring more money back to these crackers' pocket? When we did the very opposite, we was taking money out of their pockets and they was going crazy. So now you bring all these artists back and these artists got millions of fans. Black people and all. It may be diverse, but you know black people are in there. And now they gonna follow their artists. So when you do a Super Bowl, when you do a Pro Bowl halftime show, and you got people like Rihanna, you got people like whoever, Nicki Minaj, you got people out there like that, they got a huge following of black people. So that brings black people right back into the mix of this shit. So the hell with the protest, get rid of that shit, we gone, we got Jay-Z, he making the change, now we could go and hit, bruh, y'all gotta understand how this shit is. Okay, I study history, I've been studying history for a while. Okay, and even Martin Luther King said it himself. He said, I have feared that I have led my people into a burning building. He said it because he was all about integration. And Malcolm X was like, no, we need to segregate. We need to stay segregated. That's why Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, they clashed. They was brother, they loved each other, but they just had two different opinions. Their opinions was different. Okay? So that's why they didn't come together and join forces and make this shit powerful. And them crackers love that shit. That's why Martin Luther King got a statue. He got a goddamn day. He got streets. He got everything else. And Malcolm X ain't got nothing outside of what we did for him. Y'all got to understand this. We cannot partner up with somebody who is against us. And let me drive the point home a little bit more further, because I'm done with this shit, right? Let me drive the point a little bit more further, and y'all share this video. Killer Mike went on. He was on some show. Killer Mike was on some show, and I heard him say, "Oh, I think if Jay-Z gets a team, that Colin Kaepernick would get a job." Oh my God! Like, is you serious? So basically, what you're saying is the white man could sit up there and get away with what he did. He could get away with blackballing or whiteballing Colin Kaepernick. Nobody reach out to him with all these goddamn scrubs in the NFL as quarterbacks. Nobody reach out to the man. They don't try to give him a workout or tryout, none of that. So you mean to tell me it took for Jay-Z to partner up with the goddamn devil, the very people that would not let a black man back into the league, the very people who kicked the black man out of the league, and then now it's gonna take for Jay-Z to use his money and his popularity, right, and his status to come into the NFL, buy a team, and then he get employed? What type of sense does that make? That don't make no sense at all. That is showing you the crackers don't care about us. It shouldn't take Jay-Z to come in and partner up with them and get an NFL team for Colin Kaepernick to get a job. It's 32 goddamn teams in the NFL. At least one of them could reach out to him and get him on the field. But that has not happened yet. And I don't want to hear about, what may be happening. I don't want to hear about that. It hasn't happened. So, again, the white man has said, well, we're not bowing down to y'all niggas. We're not. We're not. We're not going to bow down to y'all niggas. We're not finna give Cap an apology. We're not finna do any of that. But what y'all can do, y'all can come join us because y'all can't beat us. Or y'all just take defeat so early, y'all quit on yourselves. We quit, bro. That's what we did, bro. We are quitting. We're saying, you know what? Fuck it, bro. We ain't gonna protest no more. We all right. We doing this shit again. And we're siding with these devils, bro. Because that's what they are. They're fucking devils. This clearly, bro, it's racism all through that shit. So it take a black man to come say, all right, I'll come sit down with Master. I'll do a deal with Master. And then, don't worry about it. If Master don't want to bring you in, I'll bring you in. I'm going to go ahead and own the team. And then I'll get you on my team since Master don't want to buy you. Since Master don't want to give you a contract. Since Master don't want to put you on the team. That's what we doing. We doing the same shit, bro, they did in slavery, bro. Sit out there samboing this shit. That's the sambo shit. That's what that is. We doing the same thing. And niggas sitting up here talking about this and that, bro. That shit is, bro, it don't even, like, we shouldn't even be having this conversation right now, bro. And all this shit shouldn't be hyped as it is. The bottom line is this. If we want something done for black people, I keep telling y'all this. If we want something done for black people, we got to do it ourselves. Jump on the blueprint with people like Master P, all right? Doing his individual movies and stuff like that. Creating a little league to where all these retired basketball players could come and play and get the spotlight and get a little money. Do shit like what T.I. did. I was watching a show, I think that's T.I. show, if I'm not mistaken, where he got this little, game like everybody else got. You feel me? He allowed the fans to come in and make a little money. And everybody be majority black. Everybody be majority black. Do shit like that. Go do what Jay Morrison did, bro. And get you some acres and some real estate and employ your people. That's what you do, bro. When you look at that style for Jay Morrison, all the motherfuckers black. That's what you do. Do things like Tariq Nasheed did. Create a documentary with all black people fighting against white supremacy. Put that shit out and get your ass banned in a fucking whole country. That's what you do. That's liberation, bro. Not sitting down with this devil and doing a contract with him, bro. Okay? To make money on your behalf. Because that's what he's doing. It's going to bring him more money. It's going to make him more rich, bro. Jay-Z is part of the boule. Jay-Z is part of the elite. He sold himself long fucking time ago. And he ain't doing shit for black people. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see these little small ass articles talking about what he might do. I want to see what he is doing. He ain't doing shit for black people. Again, if nobody is going to sit up there and be and show and give that liberation to blacks, we got to do it ourselves, bro. So it's either we do for our 14% over here in the U.S. or you do for yourself. You take care of your family, bro, and get to that next level. Simple as that, bro. We can't sit at the table and take crumbs. We did it too long. This is history repeating itself all over again. He can't do too much, bro. I'm sorry. Most of the NFL owners, if I'm not mistaken, all of them NFL owners are white, okay? They are white. All 32 of them, if I'm not mistaken, it's probably one black man, or he probably ain't even black, okay? He probably just a person of color. But from my understanding, majority of those owners, if not 31 of them, bro, are all white. And all of their net worths are at least 1 million, bro, or close to it, okay? So, before you talk about making change, you got to change shit like that. Get more black NFL owners, bro. Look at the coaches. Majority of the NFL coaches are white, bro. Like, y'all niggas, bro, bro. It ain't, bro, listen. This shit is called a race for a reason. I don't know what niggas don't understand. When you understand the definition of race, what the fuck do race mean? That means a group of people at the starting line, right? And when that whistle and that bullet go off, or that gun go off, or whatever it is, a motherfucker is trying to win. They trying to come in first. So, like I said, Usain Bolt don't race over and over and over to come in second and be satisfied with it. He don't. His whole objective is to get in first place all the time. So what is I'm saying? What are you saying, Kaba? What I'm saying is this. They call this shit a race for a reason. Because you got, in the United States, different races of people, okay? And all they're going for, if they're smart enough, they're going for the capitalism, right? They're going for the resources, and they're going for the tools. So why? So they can employ their people, so that they can put their people at the highest position, and they can employ others who don't look like them to do the work, so they can keep them underneath and keep them down. That's the whole point of this shit. So they can control all the resources, and then they can make the moves and say, okay, I want to hire this person, or I want to fire this person. That's what you do as a race. That's why the Jewish money, they money rotate, what, 18 to 20 times. That's why white people money rotate 10 to 12 times, because they got land and resources. They got tools. That's what they got. And they employ their people in the highest positions, and in the lower position where it's labor work, they hire the people that they know that it's less beneficial, or they can't just, they need it, and they need them to work. It's the same thing with slavery. They went and got black people, slaved them, and made them workers. Never made them bosses. Never made them assistant managers or anything like that. That's how this shit goes. That's why they call it a race. So it's nowhere in hell. What I'm saying is, it's nowhere in hell the white man who own and control the NFL, because this shit started from the Greeks. It started from back then when they had the gladiators and all this other stuff. This is where the stuff started from. So you think they finna give that up? No, they're not finna give that up. They're not finna give that up. So it's nowhere in hell they're gonna let an ethnic group of people come in of a different race, okay, and compete with them. Even be 50-50 with them, or even be 80-20 with them. It's not gonna happen, because that's not how this shit goes out here. We have to get this in our head. We have to understand. We don't have any friends. Every group in America, every ethnic group, okay, that exists, has played some part or some role in the captivity or the slavery of black people here, okay, in this globe, on this globe. Y'all have to understand this. So we have no friends. So when you trying to partner up with them and try to be a voice, it's only so much they're going to listen to. At the end of the day, their money is God. God is their money. So they're not going to let a different race come in and try to get 50-50 with them, or try to boss them around and tell them what the fuck to do. It's not going to happen. Okay? It's not by coincidence that black people money only circulate 6 to 8 hours. And that's it. Not even one time. It's not by coincidence that when we was in slavery and we got out of slavery, that they came up with the Jim Crow laws. That's not by coincidence. Because they seen how we was flourishing. They seen that. They seen how we built Wall Street up from nothing. And we had over 300 to 400 businesses within one infrastructure. They saw that. So they had to come and bomb that shit and knock it down, because they knew who the gods is. They know who the gods is. They know who the people who own and run this planet and belong in this planet. So they have to oppress and suppress us as much as they possibly can. So it's no way, bruh, as their race, that's a minority in this country, that right now their women has the lowest birth rate. They're not even producing women. They're not even producing babies at the rate they used to a little over a decade ago. So you think they finna come in, bro, and let you fuck with the only thing that they know? They sacrednicity, which is the money, which is God? You got them crackers fucked up. They ain't letting it happen. So ain't nothing gonna change, bro, by Jay-Z partnering up with the NFL. It's not. And again, I'm not protesting, I'm not boycotting. I'm just calling it what it is. I'm calling the cattle black, bro. I'm calling the spade a spade. Okay? Y'all have to understand this shit. They call this shit a race for a reason. The Asians look out for the Asians. The Jews look out for the Jews. The Chinese look out for the Chinese. The Indians look out for the Indians. The whites look out for the whites. So the blacks need to look out for the blacks. We shouldn't be sitting up here trying to get crumbs, because that's what we asking for. Jay-Z, bro, he's a businessman. He's marketing. He's all that, bro. This was a move on his behalf to get Rock Nation to where he wanted to be and set up a generational construct for his family and everybody else, so he could pass down that generational wealth. The same thing the crackers been doing for millenniums, okay? That's what this shit is about. Y'all can look at all that other stuff if you want and get distracted, but this is setting up generational wealth. So when Jay-Z leave, he's still here, okay? The things he created, all right, and left on this earth is still here. So Lil Blue Ivy and whoever else could come in and take over the operation and keep this shit going. And then when they have kids and they pass on, they transition, they kids can do it. And the cycle just keep repeating over and over and over. That's what his mindset is. Y'all crazy. This shit is about grabbing assets, okay? Residual and passive income. That's what this shit is about, bro. Really ain't about no social injustice or social justice. Ain't got nothing to do with that. Ain't nobody come in to save black people, bro. We got to save ourselves. Stop depending on these people, these so-called leaders, bro. Every leader that stepped up and that was against the agenda of the white man, they got slaughtered, bro. They got slaughtered. When Martin Luther King became conscious, he got slaughtered. Malcolm X stayed conscious, he got slaughtered. Marcus Garvey, they used his own people against him to take him out. Okay? Y'all gotta understand this shit, bro. This is how it goes. So don't come to me with that foolery, bro. Don't get mad at me, bro. Don't get mad at me, bro. It's bullshit. And that's all I really got to say. So I'm done with this Jay-Z shit. All right? Done with it. It shouldn't get this much hype anyways. He can't do anything. You don't go to the NFL talk about social justice or social injustice. The NFL has nothing to do with the societies of black people who live out here in America, bro, in these very neighborhoods, bro, who being discriminated against, getting killed and everything else every day. That has nothing to do with that. So if you want to deal with the social injustice or social justice inside the NFL, go ahead and do that. But again, like I say, Kaepernick is the only one that I've seen that was whiteballed out of the NFL. All these other dudes that's protesting, the hand few of black people that was protesting the NFL, I seen these niggas leave one job and get picked up by another team, or leave one team and get picked up by another team. Ed Reed, this nigga was playing for the Niners. He was kneeling right next to Kaepernick. That nigga Kaepernick got kicked out of the league. Ed Reed got signed to Carolina Panthers. And again, why is that? Because you do not get the position as a quarterback. Okay? The leader of the team. You do not get a position as a quarterback, a leader of the team, and make a stance like that, bro. You don't do that. That cracker say, hold on. This nigga might just influence the entire team to do the same thing, because he's the quarterback. Everybody is going off of his lead, okay? When you hear about these quarterbacks, when you hear about the teams, they say the quarterback. The most important person on the team. They say, oh, LeBron and them, when they talk about basketball, because he's the most important, he's the best player on the team, he's the captain of the team. So that's why they say LeBron and them. Okay? Even KD, after he started becoming dominant on the Golden State, he say KD and them. Because he's the most valuable person on the team. When he goes to the NFL, they say Brady and them. Why do they say Brady and them? Because he's the most important person on the team. He's the quarterback. He's the leader. He runs the show. He's the captain of the ship. Okay? So Colin Kaepernick had that powerful position, and he took a stance. Okay? He say, yo, I'm finna kneel. And the cracker say, oh, hell to the fuck no. No, you not. You ain't finna kneel in this league. Okay? Even when you see Donald Trump do his presses and stuff, Donald Trump single-handedly say Colin Kaepernick. Why? Because they understand the influence the quarterbacks have. They understand the power that comes behind that position. That's why all these other players who play different positions, they could get away with it. Tell me if this shit is not making sense. They could get away with it and they could keep their jobs. And they could get finished with one contract, go to the next one. Come on, man. Y'all gotta see this shit. You just gotta read between the lines. Just put two and two together. Like, just come on, man. Come on. So that's all I really had to say, man, about this situation. Stop with all the hypeness, bro. Stop acting like this is something major. Stop acting like this is the best thing that ever happened to us. No, bro. You don't go sit down with the devil. Because they would never put you in a position of power. Listen, your boss would never allow you to compete with him to be a boss. He would never do that. He would never put you in a position to live in the neighborhood he live in. He would never do that. That's not how it goes. And it's nothing racism. It's nothing racist about that. It really isn't. It's just simple. You are Asian, you look out for your people, and then everybody else second. You black, you look out for your people, and everybody else second. That's why the white people keep the power that they keep over in America, because they look out for their people. Period. Period. That's what they do. So why go to another race looking for some type of answers, for some type of results? Why do that? That makes no sense. Like Master P said, man, look, we link up, we do our own thing. Right? We create our own league. I'm with that shit. I'm behind that 100%. And while we at it, we have to learn from our past. Because you got to know the past to understand the future. And you got to learn from the past so you could be able to correct and make the moves and be more strategic in the future. Okay? Or in the now. What Master P, when he yelling, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Because that's what it's going to take. But we have to learn from previous situations like Black Wall Street. And I use that because Black Wall Street is probably the most profound and the most effective strategy that we had that disrupted them crackers. Okay, they did not like that. But what did we fail? How did we fail? We failed, okay? We failed because we made a house with no doors, okay? We made a house with no doors. So when you look at the house, it's beautiful. There's a lot going on. The window's nice, okay? Inside is nice. You got nice furniture, right? The bathroom is nice. You got a big kitchen. You know, women love kitchens. Women love kitchen. So everybody was satisfied. The man, listen, once the woman is satisfied, the man is satisfied. That's how it goes. Because she want the big kitchen. She want the big walk-in closet. She want the nice bathroom. That's what she want. So when that is in the house, she's satisfied, he's satisfied. Okay? That's how it goes. So what I'm saying is, without getting too carried away, what I'm saying is this. We built the house with no doors. What does that mean, Kaba? That really means that anybody could come in this shit. Anybody could come in. And that's what Black Wall Street failed. They failed to secure the house. They failed to secure the spot, okay? They failed to secure that. And how did they fail? No military. No military. So they built the house with no doors. And anybody was able to come in. When they made those false accusations against us, right? When they did that, and that gave them the reason to come in and start killing and bombing and doing all this other stuff, you know what would have prevented that from happening? If we had a military. Because them crackers would have thought twice about it. Because they would have been like, oh shit, boy, they got some niggas over there. Them niggas got rifles. Them niggas got guns. Okay? They know martial arts, whatever. And they would have thought twice about that shit. So Tulsa, Oklahoma probably would have still been up if it wasn't for them not locking in or securing that one part. And why do I say that? And how do I know that's factual? That's factual because that's what the U.S. got. The U.S. got a fucking military. That's what they got. That's why niggas just can't come over here and just tear shit up. Because they know it's going to be some problems. It's going to be retaliation. But if the U.S. was out there causing chaos with other countries and they ain't had no military, this should have been destroyed. Okay? So that's how war goes, bro. You got to understand that shit. You can't go to war without no team. But not nobody to defend you, to fight for you. And that's what Black Wall Street fucked up at. So if we do something, bring it back to my point I stated earlier with Master P. If we do something and we take our money, all the black people take their money, the rich black people, the rich, wealthy black people, take their money and start their own league, we got to get a military. Because you better believe they're going to come in there and try to take this shit down. Because anything black people do in America, they going to try to destroy it. Trust me. Because that's what it is. The Constitution, the original Constitution said that We are 3/5 of a human. We was labor workers, all right? And we was to be looked at as nothing more than cattle, okay? That's just what it is. That's just what it is. We were to be subordinated, meaning look less of. That's just what it is. So it's no way in the world the people that they say, oh, y'all should be thankful. Y'all should have some type of gratitude. Y'all should be lucky, okay? Because it was a privilege to allow us over here. The people that they look at like that, and that's 3/5 of a human, you think they finna let you come over here and do some shit on a large scale to compete with them, and they not do nothing about it? You crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. You must be out your rabbit mind. You crazy as hell. They gonna try to blow this shit up or whatever it is. They gonna try to stop it, bro. They gonna try to stop it. And that's just what it is. And we see it over and over and over and over. So if you don't got it, if you don't got no military or something like that, just be ready, man. Just be ready. Just be ready. Because they coming for it. And they will kill by any means necessary. That's all they know. Okay? It's blood all over that dollar. That's all they know. That's all they know is, listen, kill. That's all they know. It's been like that since the beginning. Okay? Ever since they invaded Africa and other countries. It's always been bloodshed. If they didn't get what they want, they took what they wanted. And they wasn't no, oh, kumbaya. No. They came in with weapons. Weapons of mass destruction and killed. Okay? They have a history of doing that. And don't think because we live in a whole different time frame that these new people are the descendants, okay? The descendants of these people. They come from the loins of these people. Genetics is passed down. It goes back millions of years. So they still have these traits. They still have these qualities in them. They still have this shit in them. And you can see it because they constantly doing it. So don't think because we live in a different time frame, these ain't the same people. These are the descendants, okay? These are the offspring of the same slave owners. Look at your the first presidents of the United States were all slave owners. Okay? The appointees, the same people that runs the judicial system and the Supreme Court, they was originated by slave owners. So they're going to defend the Constitution. Okay? And we ain't had nothing to do with the 1st through the 10. We ain't had nothing to do with that. Oh, I'm sorry, the 1st through the 13th. No, 12, I'm sorry. We ain't had nothing. Black people wasn't included in that. That was strictly for the white people. We was excluded from that. Y'all gotta just look at this shit. Look how they kill us and they get away with it. They get away with it. They get away with it. Now I just seen Eric Gardner. They fired the dude that was responsible for his death. But look how long that went. Look how long that went. I don't know what happened because they said they weren't going to charge him with anything. But something happened to 2-3 weeks later, a month later, now he get fired. But that don't mean he can't go get another job. So this happens over and over again. It's repeated, okay? And we are not getting it. All these crackers get away with murder. Niggas go in the fucking church, okay? Kill all these black people, and they put them in a car and give them McDonald's, bro. Is you serious? It keep happening over and over and over. Last time I checked, Bill Cosby still in jail. For some shit they still didn't prove him to be guilty. Listen, man. This is what it boils down to. Understand how these crackers look at us over here in the United States, bro. People of color, period, bro. All right, if you ain't of a Caucasian descent, all right, they look at you poor. They look at you like trash. Exactly, bro. They look at you like dirt. Y'all have to understand this, dog. I can't stress it enough. So, don't look for a handout. Do not look for a handout. Nobody is going to give you a handout. They're not. Now, that's not to say it ain't good people in this world. Because they created this chaos. They created ethnic groups against each other. All right? That's why the Spanish, that's why the blacks, that's why the Haitians, that's why the Indians, whoever. The Asians, whoever. You know, this shit very diverse over here in America. That's why it's so much hate and it's so much separation and so much division amongst each other. Because they created that shit. So it's all the illusion, it's fake. But it's to keep them going and doing what they doing. Because as long as we fight amongst each other, we'll never point the hand at the people who started this shit in the first place. We'll never point the hand at the people who's causing all the chaos in the first place. We'll never do it. We'll never do it. So they started this shit in the first place. So I'm not saying it's like all white people are bad. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that. Because it is some good people. But what you have to understand is this. Nobody's going to give you a hand. They're not going to put you in a position of power. You have to take it. You have to go get it and take it. Period. So start looking for handouts. Start looking for somebody to do stuff. How many times we go and do elections and nothing changes for black people solely? Nothing changes for people of color. Nothing really changes. But we'll go cast our vote all the time. And nothing changes. Even when Obama was elected the president, bro, our black people was slaughtered, bro, left or right every day. And nothing happened. He didn't sign one executive order, bro, that would have made the law pay for what they doing. At least tighten it up. At least told them if they kill somebody, that, bro, you get sent home, my nigga, 2-3 months with no pay. Ain't do nothing. They ain't do nothing close to that, bro. But we praise him, though. Here in America, black people is looked at as dirt. That's just bottom line. Okay? Because that's what the Constitution stated. They look at us as property, as labor workers. 3/5 of a human. So they perpetuated this image, okay, on us. And then they put it on the TVs. They made the whole world see it. And they mocked us. They make us look like the most criminalized people in the world. The most savage people in the world. That's what they did. So now when you see other ethnic groups of people, when you see them, they look at us, they like, oh, these the people who steal. These the people who kill. These the people who rob. These the people who do this and do that. They created that. So they got all the other groups of people looking at us like that. So they don't like us. They don't like us. They want to just use us for whatever they can use us for. So bottom line is, we have to do for ourselves. Period. We can't go begging at the feet of the cracker. We just can't do it. So it's either we do for ourselves or it's nothing. It's either we do. Yeah, I said it right. It's either we do for our race. Let me rephrase that. It's either we do for our race or we do for ourselves individually. It's just that simple. I'm not sitting side by side with the white man. I'm just not. I'm not looking for him to give me a handout. I'm just not. And I know people go, well, you work for the cracker. Listen, I'm not stupid. I'm not finna sit up here and say, okay, well, I ain't gonna pay my bills. But I'm using my job as a catalyst, which everybody else should be doing. If you really want to make it out here in this world, you feel me? And lead that generational wealth. Because that's the only way we can do it. If you ain't thinking generational wealth, then okay. But if you thinking generational wealth, you should be thinking about, how can I manipulate this system? How can I come up in this system to where I can create this generational wealth for my family, to where when I leave, everything is still going. They're good. They're set. And the only way you can do that is by thinking the way they think. They think capitalism, period. So whatever you got to use, whatever ladder you got to use to step up, okay, and get to that point, do it. So I said to myself, I said, okay, well, damn, I could use my job as a catalyst to really maneuver and get me to where I need to go. And that's how we should think. But everybody don't have to think like that, because everybody don't really care for generational wealth. Really, people don't care for that. So that's just cool. That's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It is what it is. But don't try to use that as a justification. Like, no. The simple fact of the matter is this. They don't care about us, bro. We have to do for ourselves. And that's bottom line. So that's it, man. I'm done talking. That's all I really had to say. I know I'm long-winded. I went on a long time, but I just had to get it out of my chest, because that should have been on my mind for a minute. So I appreciate everybody who tuning in, who have tuned in, and those who sharing and commenting and stuff like that, because I know it's 1:15, so I know people at work, right? So I appreciate y'all. But just, y'all just talk about this shit and keep it in the loop, all right? And just understand what I'm saying. Like, we have to do for ourselves. Simple as that. We can't look for others to do it no more. We just really can't. And if you see somebody doing right as a black person, join forces with them. Try to join forces with them and support that. All right? So, shout out to people like Jay Morrison, man. Shout out to people like Tariq Nasheed. Shout out to people like Master P. Shout out to them people, man. T.I. Shout out to them people who really out here putting their foot on the line. You feel me? Putting their neck on the line. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. I just don't really see what comes from the Jay-Z thing. I really don't. So I'm not against him partnership. He could do what he want to do. That's his money. All I'm saying is that it does nothing for blacks. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's the same shit all over again. It does nothing for blacks. It's just like the Democratic Party and a black person going up for a Democrat position, and he tells you nothing about what he has solely designed for blacks. Tells you nothing, and we don't get it. It's a race. We don't get it. I don't understand why we don't get the race factor of it. When you go to do your application, they ask you what race you are for a reason. Okay, they ask you that for a reason. Okay, this shit is about a race, bro. And if you're not, if you're not trying to do what you need to do, bro, like to get to that next level, then you're wasting your time. So that's all I gotta say, family. I'm out. Peace. Love y'all. Share this video, rewatch it. I'm out.